What's up, it's your boy TeKRaJ, and the lineup needed an overhaul. So we went ahead and sold our old quarterbacks. The first one I told you about was Tony Romo that I was going to get rid of. We picked up two quarterbacks. I went ahead and picked up John Elway and Marcus Mariota. You can see Johnny Manziel right there on your screen, but obviously he's not going to make the squad. I was able to flip that CJ2K in a couple of my other cards. I got rid of him and I downgraded, if you wanted to call it that, to base elite Adrian Peterson, aka Purple Jesus. I mean, I like what I was seeing. I lost some speed, but I think he's a pretty good all-around back. On the wide receiving core, we got Team of the Week AJ Green. We got rid of our base elite AJ Green, and of course here you can see some of our wide receivers. Now, one of the options that somebody wanted me to get was a 24-hour Football Outsiders Edition Golden Tate. But we'll probably get him next episode. First, I wanted to try out this Team of the Week Amari Cooper right here because I really like Amari Cooper overall as a wide receiver this year. And then as far as defensively, I went ahead and picked up this Captain Bruce Irvin and put him at my left defensive end spot because I like the speed, I like the acceleration. I just think he's going to be an overall good pass rusher in my scheme because that left end position is where I need to put my best guy. And then of course Earl Thomas over there at free safety, we went ahead and got rid of that Glover Quinn, I believe he's called. He's the best free safety, but I definitely could use that 65k in coins. So of course, in the same video that I gave you lineup update, I wanted to make sure that you also got some gameplay with these cards. So starting off, my opponent tries to hit me with the screenplay. As you saw, he has Bryce Petty right there at the quarterback position. And remember earlier I was talking to you guys about Bruce Irvin, and right there he is with one of his first sacks. Next play, my opponent completes the pass out to the flats, and he gets a nice little first down right there. I never have a problem whenever people get the ball first. That's actually what I prefer because it gives me the opportunity to feel out their offense and see what they're doing. Usually on this first drive, believe it or not, I call some conservative play calling just with some coverage behind, and right there you saw that Ryan Kerrigan was able to get the sack for us. So I'm 3rd and 22. I am caught slipping, and he completes the long pass right there for the first down. But right here, Earl Thomas really makes him pay. That's why I had confidence downgrading to Earl Thomas and getting the coins, because Earl Thomas is still a pretty good player. And speaking of very good players, right here on Adrian Peterson's first carry, he breaks the tackle and he's off to the races. I almost get caught right there, but I get the long touchdown with Adrian Peterson. So given his struggles in the first drive and that long touchdown, you probably had a good idea that my opponent was getting a little bit frustrated. Right here on 2nd and 10, he drops back and he gets nailed right there on the coverage sack. That wasn't a nano, but you know what? That was right there. And I could tell he was really getting frustrated because right here on 4th and 27, he went for it, chunked up a prayer and a keep to leap almost with the interception. But I think that was enough right there to ignite the rage in my opponent because he quickly paused the game, and when that happens, you know what time it is. He may either A, be checking what my squad looks like, or B, hitting that exit gay button. So we're not going to stop the video there. We're going to go to the next opponent that I went up against. I see that right here he still doesn't have pretty much anybody that's worth a damn on his squad, but we're going to try to see if we can get a full game out of this guy. So once again, my opponent starts off the game with the ball, and right here he makes a nice little completion for the first down to his tight end. 1st and 10, play action pass. He hits me with the nice crossing route right there with that breast cancer awareness. Jerry Rice, who's only 82 overall, but right there you saw he was bodying people with that stiff arm. Then on 1st and 10, once again, that guy Bruce Irvin, I was very happy with that pick right there. And I might leave him at left end until I get somebody who's worth replacing him with. But right here, once again, Adrian Peterson out on his own, man. The toss play is so OP. But especially whenever people start putting a lot of people in the box, it's a perfect opportunity there. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough speed to score the touchdown. Maybe if that would have been flashback CJ2K, I would have. 1st and 10, we drop back, and this is one of the things that I love about that AJ Green. His route running is great. His spectacular catch is amazing, and he's a very tall target. So once again, we went back to him, and right there we get our first touchdown with Team of the Week, AJ Green. I'm really loving that card right there. But you never know. I may actually go out there and try that Football Outsiders Golden Tape, man. Make sure that you're leaving me some ideas in the comments section of what players you want to see on this team. I want to make sure that you guys are driving this team. I don't want to stay with the same players for too long. I want to keep switching it up while we do the pack openings and everything like that. 3rd and 15, my opponent throws it up one more time, and right there, he almost catches it, but we played the receiver in the air, and he wasn't too happy. Once again, we have our second straight opponent who decides that they're going to throw in the towel early. Finally, we come up to this player right here. Looks like he has some studs on that team, so it's going to be a little more balanced. So I'll go ahead and take the challenge. 1st and 10. Once again, my opponent starts off with the ball. He has Jamal Charles, and right here, he gets a nice little gain. What I noticed about this opponent, if he saw that something was working, he was going to go back to the well over and over and over again. He had no problem playing this cheap. Does that play look familiar? Absolutely. But you know what? Anytime a player plays cheap, I can't complain, because you could argue that I do some of that myself. I just have a larger arsenal of plays, and I just keep going to them. If they don't work, well, oh well, then it's not my fault they can't stop it. So I have no problem going against somebody who has that same mentality. 1st and 10. Unfortunately, right there, he gets bottled up by Gerald Allen, who just went to the Carolina Panthers in real life. 2nd and 13, my opponent rolls to his right, throws up the ball, and right there, that player is caught by his Brian Finneran. I thought that was a touchdown. It wasn't. And right here on the very next play, he goes for the toss play for the touchdown. 1st and 10. Right here, we give it to Christian Okoye, who gives us a nice little gang until he gets gang tackled after getting us a 1st down. The very next play, we give it to Adrian Peterson. You know what? I'm okay with this back. I mean, he pretty much has everything I need. I was going to go with Clinton Portis, but he's still a little too expensive at 315,000 coins for my taste, so I decided to just spread the coins around and get the players that you guys saw here on 3rd and inches. Once again, we give it to Adrian Peterson, and right there, he breaks the tackle. That's what I like about him. He's very shifty. He has pretty good stiff arms. Juke move is pretty good. On 4th and goal, I should have just gone for the field goal, but I tried to abuse the toss play, and right here, he was pretty much waiting for it. That's what I get for being predictable. 1st and 10. My opponent has the ball, and right there, I miss the tackle, and he gets the nice 1st down. And right here, run commit. This should have been a touchdown, but I guess he just went with the possession catch. And his Brian Finneran falls after making the catch. 3rd and 1, my opponent finds the pass for the 1st down to Jamal Charles. I tried to strip it, but to no avail. Right here, my opponent throws the ball off balance, but he still completes it right there for the touchdown. Right here, I almost take the sack, but AJ Green catches it, and my opponent with a shoelace tackle. 1st and 10 right here. That maybe should have picked, but I'm forcing it to AJ Green. You know, I have a lot of good wide receivers. I should be spreading the ball around, but that's neither here nor there. On 4th and 1, I try to go for the scramble with John Elway, and he is so slow. The suction tackle gets me, and right there I get caught up in an animation and get stopped short. 1st and 10. I drop back, complete it to Brandon Marshall right there with the spin move. 2 broken tackles by Brandon Marshall. He's still up to the races. Nice block down the field, but right there my opponent once again with that suction tackle. 3rd and 10. John Elway drops back, chunks it up to AJ Green, and AJ Green is just an aggressive catch monster. What a nice addition to the team right there. 1st and 10. I have somebody running wide open on the other side. I had 2 people though, because Greg Olsen was there for the nice catch. 2nd and 8. I'm loving that John Elway. But 2nd and 8, my opponent has the ball. He rolls to his right, throws it up, and right here, my Billy Wagner with the interception. Colin Kaepernick right there, kind of laying the boom. Nice tackle. Might as well get the tackle if you're going to throw the pick. Right here, team of the week, AJ Green on 3rd and 12. Cannot get the 1st down. He gets bottled up. And I have to settle for the field goal right here. I'm going to be smart about it. I'm going to take my points. So still in the 3rd quarter, time running out in the 3rd quarter. My opponent has the ball. He completes the pass right here to his Jamal Charles on the screen pass. This drive right here, he was just abusing the screenplay. Saw I was coming out in his zone, so I had to switch up the defense. I went ahead and played a little more man. Right here on the play action pass, he sees the man coverage and he gets a nice little scramble right here with Colin Kaepernick. 1st and 10, after that nice little scramble, my opponent drops back. I almost get the sack, but Antoine Bethea does get that interception. And he has green pastures right in front of him as he's going to run it in, high stepping into the end zone. So right now, I know my opponent has to be super upset by that. 2nd and 4, my opponent evades a sack, but unfortunately another sack turns into a fumble. Back-to-back scoring touchdowns for my team right there. As you saw the celebration, I knew it was about that time for my opponent. He rolls to right, throws up a prayer. This time, both of my boys are right there for the pick. I think at this point, if you can kind of hear the sound effect there in the background, my opponent probably threw his freaking controller. He was really upset, and he was going straight for that power button. As you can see, your connection has been to your peer has been lost. Anyway, folks, this is the squad. Like if you like the new additions. Comment if you have some more. Subscribe if you're new, but most importantly, take care of yourself. Peace. But besides that, right now it's time for that flashback pack opening. You know, whatever we get out of here is going to be pretty legit. I'm hoping for a Mike Vick, but a Chris Johnson will do. Chris Johnson will do. On the first toss play that we run, Chris Johnson with the juke move turns on the Jets and quickly shows my opponent what's going to be happening all day long if he doesn't step his game up.